Good afternoon. You can keep eating your salad as long as you're quiet while you're chewing, okay? I want to take a moment to say thanks to everyone who has come and who has hopefully enjoyed the presentations today. Please acknowledge yourselves to each other at the table because this is networking. Okay? You'll begin with your salad, and we couldn't figure out exactly how to do this, but we're going to do presentations a la, or in the middle of, or during food, etc. So, since there's no really good way to make this happen. So you can begin with your salad, and I want to talk about very quickly what the Woman of Distinction Award is. This award honors a woman who demonstrates leadership, integrity, and excellence in her personal and professional life. She will have a profound impact within her career path and throughout the community, and serve as a role model and inspiration to other women. She will reside in Montgomery County. In 2014, our first Woman of Distinction was Alma Jacobs. In 2015, Dr. Valerie Arkush. In 2016, Dr. Kathleen Owens. And in 2017, the Honorable Cheryl Lynn Austin. The Montgomery County Foundation is proud to announce that this year's recipient of this prestigious award is actually not just one. It's two. It's a mother and a daughter. The mother-daughter dynamic duo of Kathy McGee Burns and her daughter, the Honorable Kelly C. Wall. Before I call them up to the podium, I would like to share the names. Oh, I did share the names of the past recipients, so we know that they're in excellent company. And if I may call you Kathy and Kelly, I know it's a step I shouldn't necessarily have taken, but the full bios are included in your program packet, so and I encourage you to read them. They are spectacular. You will see how they came to be honored with this prestigious award. For now, I will share a little bit about them and then have a chance to offer some, give them a chance to offer some remarks. Kathy married right out of high school and went on to have 9 children. Despite all challenges of raising 9 children and being a working mom, Kathy managed to earn an associate's degree at Montgomery County Community College, a BA from Chestnut Hill College, and she attended Temple Law School for 2 years. Can you imagine? Does she not fit into today's program? She's passionate about her family and her Irish heritage, and is very active in many Irish organizations. She has received numerous awards and honors over the years, including serving as Grand Marshal of the Philadelphia St. Patrick's Day Parade in 2015. Only the 4th woman to lead the parade since it started in 1952. Kathy works for Berkshire Hathaway Home Services and has been referred to as real estate maverick. It's good, it's all good.
She paid so much.
It's no wonder that a woman of this caliber would influence her daughter Kelly to be a Woman of Distinction contender as well. Kelly assumed her judicial duties on the Court of Common Pleas of Montgomery County in 2010. Prior to becoming a judge, she was a partner in the law firm of Miller, Turetsky, Rule, and McLennan for 15 years. Throughout her career, Judge Wall has been an advocate for children and families. She has volunteered for the Montgomery County Child Advocacy excuse me, project representing children who were victims of physical and mental and sexual abuse. Judge Wall works in association with domestic violence agencies to educate and improve services for domestic and sexual violence. 5 years ago, Judge Wall collaborated with law enforcement and autism spectrum disorder experts to develop the Montgomery County Autism Awareness Seminar to educate first responders and court personnel on the issues facing autistic children. Like her mother, Judge Wall has received numerous awards and honors. Last year, she was honored by the Domestic Violence Legal Network in recognition for her fight against domestic violence. Now, I need to say that before I called them up here, they were arguing about who's going first.
Guess who won?
And Mom won. Kathy and Kelly, congratulations on being named the 2018 Women of Distinction honorees. I invite you to come up to the podium to offer your remarks.
Should I hip check her away?
Thank you. First to Cheryl Tatro, who put us up for this award. Actually, when Claire called, I said, I think you had the wrong number. She said, no, I think I have the right number. I said, I think you mean my daughter. She said, no, I mean both of you. So that's very special. Claire, thank you for your guidance in this, and to all of you women out there who believed in us and are here to support us, thanks a million. And there are some women here from Berkshire Hathaway. Where are you? In our company, we all make equal money. So today, I know the subject is mentoring. But since I think of mentoring as corporate America, I'm going to talk about my experiences with mentoring. Here's a quotation. A lot of people have gone further than they thought they could because somebody else thought they could. I went to Mount St. Joseph Academy, Sisters of St. Joseph. My parents sacrificed to send me there. I gave those nuns a run for their money. I was extremely rebellious. But then what did those nuns know? I got married right out of high school and have 9 children, 5 girls, 4 boys, all successful, like Kelly. But when I was pregnant with my 8th, a young man from down the street, his name was Neil Brown, I had encouraged him to go to Montgomery County Community College. It was the first year it opened, and it was in Conshohocken. The first day he went, he came to my house and said, Mrs. Burns, you better go and register there because they had women your age. The next day, I went and signed up. It took me 8 years to do 2 years. But when I was finished, Linda Williamson, my friend, came to me and said, Kathy, you can't stop now. You need to go on, and I'm going to take you to Chestnut Hill College. I will introduce you to everybody, and I'm going to sign you up right there. So that was my introduction to mentoring. A young man of 18 and a woman that saw that I had potential. Well, I've been giving back ever since. Every day. You know, if you light a candle for someone, it will brighten your own path. So, I'm really 92, but I'm going to pretend to be 82.
You took my line, Mom.
I'm sorry.
Say that.
But as my 80th birthday approached 2 years ago, oh, it's really 90, I'm just lying about it. I decided to have a party and invite 80 women. Women who I admired, women who I mentored, and women who have mentored me. Well, the men in my life didn't like that at all. They really complained, but nevertheless, I persisted. And it was the best day of my life. And guess who was there? Sister Kathleen Brabson, a sister of St. Joseph and president of Mount St. Joseph Academy. I guess those nuns got the last laugh. So today I have some mentoring words to leave you. This is what I live by. Dress every day like you're going to a party. Treat everybody you know like they're a celebrity. Women, support the schools that educated you. And there's some woman in this audience that's going to get lucky today, because when somebody admires your necklace, take it off and give it to them.
Mom, I love that necklace.
Oh no. Where is the woman I met in the ladies' room who said that she liked my necklace? Is she here? There she is. None of us got to where we are alone. Whether the assistance was obvious or subtle, acknowledging someone's help is a big part of understanding the importance of saying thank you. And I thank you all.
So should I sit down? I wouldn't stand here. I'd rather sit. Oh yeah, you get finished and relax, and I have to now go. So she stole my line. I was going to say I'm 70. And for those of you who weren't here earlier, the last speaker said to lie about your age so everybody will say, boy, you look so good. I want to thank the Montgomery County Foundation for giving me this honor along with my mother. I know 3 of the prior recipients, and you ladies, they're sitting here today. I have Dr. Arkush and my colleague Cheryl Austin. You're all pioneers and role models. And Elma Jacobs, I have to tell you, I adore this woman, and she wasn't able to be here today. First time I met her, and for you, those of you who don't know her, she is the most incredible woman. I was in awe of her. She's beautiful, she's intelligent, she has grace. There's something about her when you're around her, her aura, you know that you're in the company of somebody who's just special. She's not here, but I wanted to tell her. One day I said to her, I want to be just like you. And I am so fortunate to stand here today and in public acknowledge her for everything she's done and for being an inspiration. I am also really proud to share this recognition with the one person who has been my lifelong inspiration and role model, my Jedi master, my mother. Okay. All right. Please do not tell us that we look like sisters. First of all, I don't know whether people are saying I look like I'm 90 or she looks like she's 70. She will gloat about this for weeks. Now, it's ironic that we're here together because usually my speech is about my mother. My mother saw something in me that I didn't see, and I was at a time where I had no direction and I just had no faith in myself. And she said to me, you have to go back to school. She would call me, and I would pick up the phone, and I'd hear her voice saying, get a life, get a job, go back to school, and I would cringe. And I would have either the notion to hang up on her or to say, lose my number. Well, thank goodness I didn't do that. I did go back to school, and I never looked back. And I couldn't complain about how it was to work all day and then go to school at night, because as we heard, she had 9 children that she was raising. She would slap a hot dog and baked bean casserole on the table, and out the door she would go to Montgomery County Community College. So I just have to do a little side here. My mother's the worst cook in the world. And I can assure you, we did eat casseroles every night. For special occasions, she'd toss in a little fruit cocktail, and it was a gourmet meal. She would not know what Pampered Chef is if it fell in her lap. It's hard to imagine the journey I've taken from over 25 years ago when I got on a bus to go to law school in Indianapolis, not knowing a soul, and to be standing here today. I've been given a gift, as my colleague is, the opportunity to help people. I can give a voice to people who don't have a voice, like children, victims of domestic violence, sexual violence. I want to recognize some of the agencies that I've been so lucky to collaborate with: the Laurel House, the Women's Center, and the Victim Services Center. You ladies have given me the joy of allowing me to do what I really like to do. And every step of the way, I met the most dynamic women like my mother, women like Alma, who allowed me to take the risk that I needed to do and to plow through the obstacles that came up in my life. More often than not, we tend to equate the concept of a mentor to that of a leader, a relationship where power is vested in the mentor, with the mentee filling the role of student. I don't subscribe to that, and as we heard today, it's more of a partnership. It's an equality where we learn from each other and we grow from each other. It's about being a student, a teacher, and an equal. My mentee was here earlier, Rebecca Sallin, who's an incredibly young woman. I'm very proud of her. She's very successful in her own right, but I've watched her grow and bloom. And the relationships I have with these young women, I get more out of it than they do. A mentor encourages others to develop their creativity, to find their authentic self, and to define their own path in life. As I look around at all you dynamic women, I have a proposal. I say we change the word mentor to womentor. Can we change that? Do we have a legislative person in the house? That's right, my buddy's here. I recently watched It's a Wonderful Life. Has anybody ever seen that? It's my favorite movie of all times. And there is a line that jumps out every time I watch that movie that sums up the contributions that we can all make by taking the extra step and supporting each other's endeavors. Clarence the Angel says to George Bailey, "Strange, isn't it? Each man's life touches so many lives. When he isn't around, he leaves an awful hole, doesn't he?" Love that line. So every woman in this room can make a difference in the lives of others. We need to support each other as teachers, students, and equals. I've had the opportunity to team up with so many young women. I've really enjoyed the prospect. In closing, I want to thank the foundation, my mother, and all the men. I've had many wonderful male mentors and women who saw the leader that I could be and who have brought me to this journey today. I ask one thing of all of you. Reach out to somebody who has made a difference in your life and thank them for believing in you. Thank you, everybody.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
We can take this on the road.
So we have proclamations for the winners of the Women of Distinction Award. A proclamation from U.S. Senator Pat Toomey. Proclamation from PA Senator Vincent Hughes. I understand State Representative Mary Jo Daley is here. Ah, there you are. And she has a proclamation.
She's in my district. That's why I have it. Do you want to say a couple?
Sure. You wanted to come up and say a few words?
I hear I'm going to say a very few words because you're running behind schedule and I respect your time. So I'm just delighted to be here. I will present citations for the two winners, Kathy McGee Burns and the Honorable Kelly Wall. And it's just a pleasure to be able to do this. These are beautiful citations signed by me and the Speaker of the House and the Clerk of the House. And thank you for asking me to do this.
Thank you. And next, Dr. Val Arkush, Montgomery County Board of Commissioners Chair.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's such a pleasure to be here on behalf of the county and my fellow commissioners and congratulate Judge Wall and Kathy McGee Burns. It's such an honor to work with Judge Wall and Judge Austin every single day, and this just hopefully gives you a little bit of sense of why our community here in Montgomery County is so wonderful. A place where we only have women tours, and what a great example we have here. You know, there's not that many women pairs of mentors and mentees, and it's so wonderful to see such a rich relationship with a mother-daughter pair. What a gift. It's just not something we have the opportunity to share in very often. So congratulations to both of you. I am thrilled to share this and have you on this list of award winners with myself and Judge Austin, and the proclamations are on their way. Thank you.
And this year, I'd like to bring up, let me back up a moment. Each winner gets to pick a nonprofit that they want to support. So we give a small grant to that organization. And Marianne Griffith Alfarano and Beth Sturman would come up. Laurel House is the recipient of their choice.
Wait for my my mentor mentee to come on up and try. It's a team effort. On behalf of all of us at Laurel House, Mary is our board co-president. I'm the executive director at Laurel House. Kelly and Kathy, we are really deeply honored. Thank you both so much for selecting Laurel House as the recipient of your honorarium. Kathy, your daughter, I've had the privilege of working with your daughter and getting to know your daughter for a long time. We work in the kitchen of one of the foundation's bingo hall every year making hot dogs together, so we've bonded a lot.
Over the hot dog recipe.
There was no fruit cocktail. I was a little disappointed, but now I know next year we'll ask for that too. But she does both publicly and privately speak so highly of you, and now I see, having had the opportunity to listen to you, the inspiration that you've been to her and why you have such a wonderful daughter. So thank you both so much for the work that you've done and do in the community and for selecting Laurel House. I'll just have Mary say a word.
We would just like to thank you on behalf of the Board of Directors of Laurel House. You have touched our lives and most importantly, touching our victims and our survivors. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, thank you very much, everyone. Okay, thank you. We appreciate everyone coming out to help honor. If the honorees would have a seat, and let me just tell you that the book sponsor, every year we give a book. So this year's book, sponsored by Cindy DeCiani. And Kirk Field, also a board member, wherever he is. The book is Annie McGee's book, How to Be Happy at Work, The Power of Hope, Purpose, and Friendship, and you'll receive that as you leave today. We hope you enjoy the lunch. We want you to fill out the evaluation form. The only way we'll know what the follow-up program should be is if you tell us what you want to learn. And is that it? Oh, thank you for attending. We look forward to seeing you at the future. We can eat.
The follow-ups, the March and the May dates.
I'm sorry, what?
March and May dates for the follow-ups.
Oh, the March, yes. Thank you for reminding me. I had to call her last night to ask what the follow-up dates were, because I keep deleting them for some reason. March 21st and May 16th is when the follow-ups will be. Okay, thank you.